General Services meeting to order on November 13th at 12 o'clock. And we are going to do the General Services Committee report, and then we'll do Public Works. So the first item on the General Service is surplus fire engine. Kenny Gabriel.
Good afternoon. This is part of our ongoing saga of buying our new fire apparatus and surplusing our older apparatus. We have all of the piece of equipment that the GO bond was supposed to fund purchased. This is the last rig we're trying to get rid of. It's a 1988 GMC wildland fire truck, meaning it's what we used for forest fires. It's kind of one of those things where it's past its useful life because of the new technology, but it still has some use, and what the council has been very good about is allowing us the freedom to give these pieces of equipment to departments in need, and that's what I'm asking you to do now is surplus this 1988 GMC fire truck and then give us the ability to surplus it and give it to a fire department in need.
Any questions? Go
One
ahead.
question. How do you determine which fire department is in need?
You know,
Do they
a lot
come
of-
to us and ask, or?
They come to us and ask. Department of Lands is really in touch with them so that they know departments that need these rigs. And just from the outreach that we do, we are pretty lucky that we know a lot of our neighbors. And so the one we're looking at now is a brand spanking new fire department that doesn't have anything, and it's on
Great.
the east side of Pondray Lake.
Great.
Good. Glad there's a use for them and that there's somebody who wants them, and I appreciate you reaching out to them.
And if I could give a little plug to our street department and the mechanics that are there, because, for the longest time, we've had some really old equipment, and it's served us well strictly because of the great work they've done. So that they need to, we need to thank them for the work they've done keeping these rigs up.
I'll make a motion to allow the fire department to surplus 1988 GMC wildland fire engine and donate to a smaller rural fire department.
Second?
Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Thank you.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you.
Okay, item number 2 is going to be Public Works. And it's a vacation of emergency vehicle access easement in the Graystone subdivision. Dennis Grant, you're up, buddy.
All right, well, thanks, council members, and good afternoon to you also. As you stated, this is for the Public Works Committee, but we're here for General Services, and we're excited about that. So I'll just go ahead and give you some highlights here of the staff report. The applicant, Shay and Eric Wallace, are requesting the vacation of a 20-foot emergency vehicle access easement located between lots 8 and 9, block 1 of the Graystone subdivision, and there's an exhibit shown there for you to look at of those 2 lots up there, the Graystone subdivision. This easement was originally installed in 2003 and then modified in 2007. There will be no financial impact to the city. No additional tax revenue would be generated by this vacation because it is, in fact, an easement and not property in fee. The purpose of this request is to vacate this 20-foot easement, and the fire department has stated that the easement is no longer used and is not recognized by the fire department for emergency access. The unused easement portion would allow the homeowners to install landscaping up to their property lines, and the development review team has been informed, and the vacation didn't have any concerns with them. So, therefore, staff recommends to the Public Works Committee to proceed with the vacation process as outlined in Idaho Code Section 50-1306, and to recommend to the City Council the setting of a public hearing for the item on December 5th, 2017. Any questions?
Okay, any questions?
Just one, is there any other infrastructure besides just the surface that was used for the purpose of emergency access in this easement?
No, what's existing there now is some grass and some existing pine trees, and there really never was a road there. For some reason, I talked to Bobby Godner at the fire department, and they never, I think maybe initially there's this piece of property to the east, that they might have needed a fire exit in the preliminary plat stage of this, and it never has been needed or used, so therefore, there's no need, and that's therefore the reason we're getting rid of it.
And there's no other utilities under
No,
or
no,
anything
no,
like
no,
that?
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay,
Great
that's,
question.
that's all I had.
Any other questions? Somebody make a motion?
I'll make a motion to proceed with the vacation process as outlined in Idaho Code Section 50-1306, and to recommend to the City Council the setting of a public hearing for the item on December 5th, 2017.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks, Dennis. Oh,
bet.
you're up there again.
Yep.
Okay, item number 3,
Two
vacation.
vacations, yes.
I need a
The
vacation.
second one is, we had one similar to this. They're very rare, actually, a vacating of a plat. Back in the condo craze of the mid-2000s, some folks, quite a few condo duplexes. Anyway, this is one of those, and they want to, I'll explain here. They want to revert back to what it was before, from a condo back to a sole possession duplex. So, the applicant, Ann Anderson, is requesting the vacation of the Good People Condominiums plat. The location is 1421 and 1423 Cayley Court. The Good People Condominiums plat was recorded in 2007 as a part of the Jay's Place plat, which was recorded back in 2005. There's no financial impact to the city. No additional tax revenue would be generated by this vacation. And the purpose, as I stated earlier, of this request is to provide for a simpler form of ownership back to a duplex. Staff recommends to the Public Works Committee to proceed with this vacation process as outlined in Idaho Code Section 50-1306, and to recommend to the City Council to set a public hearing date on December 5th, 2017. Any questions?
Any questions? Okay, need a motion.
I'd make a motion to proceed with the vacating as outlined in Idaho Code Section 50-1306, and recommended the City Council to set a public hearing for this item on December 5th of 2017.
Okay, thank you.
Second?
Okay, any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Okay, item number 4. Well, we got a new Tim Martin. Okay, item number 4, addendum to Lake City Engineering contract for final design of 15th Street reconstruction, Phase 2 project from Harrison Avenue to Best Avenue. Okay, Tim, go ahead.
All right, so Tim couldn't make it today. He had another obligation, so he asked me to pinch hit for him today. So the reason why I'm here, as like you said, was to addend the contract that we had with Lake City Engineering. Back in 2015, they took the project design, and this is 15th Street from Harrison to Best. So it's essentially from the freeway, I-90, up to Best, because there's not a whole lot going to be improved to the south of that. But they had a contract that they took through preliminary design back in 2015, and since then we've had a lot of other projects that have taken priority, so that has just sat idle, and now we'd like to just extend their contract to finish up final design so that when we do have some money available for construction, whether it be from the state or whoever, or our own internal funding, we'll be ready to build it when that time comes. So I'll stand for any questions that you have.
First of all, will you give us your name, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris Bosley, city engineer. Yes.
Okay, any questions?
Get him broken in correctly
Yeah,
here.
okay.
I don't normally come to talk to you either.
Well, welcome.
Well, thanks for having me.
Okay, any questions?
Just, so Chris, do you know where this was budgeted? If this contract if it was a previous contract, it was budgeted in last fiscal year, or we move it into this one with the same?
There was money in our budget for this fiscal year to go into final design on this.
Okay,
Yes.
so it was already included?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, this isn't amending the budget.
okay.
Any more questions?
No.
Okay, need a motion?
I would make a motion to recommend approval of an addendum to Lake City Engineering's contract for the final design of 15th Street Reconstruction Phase 2 project.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
Anything else? Okay, we're adjourned.